Hdsr Sports Report, the best of 2019. Video sports, greatest hits, high school footballs, best of the teams of the last year of the 20-teens decade. The Mojave River League Offensive Player of the Year is Parker Chafee. The Serrano quarterback led his team to an undefeated MRL season and into the CIF semifinals. Parker Chafee threw for 12 touchdowns in his team's 5 MRL victories. On the year, Parker Chafee completed 56% of his passes for 1,507 yards and 22 touchdowns. The way to Serrano's offensive success paved by an O-line led by a pair of first-team All-MRL selections, right tackle Garrett DiGiorgio, 64, and left guard Jared Madrill, 70, named first team. This massive manpower provided plenty of running room for first-team All-MRL running back Wakil Sullivan. The 5'8", 175-pound senior carried for 1,328 yards and scored 11 touchdowns. The O-line provides ample pass protection for Parker Chafee to connect with another pair of first-team selections who are receivers. Wide receiver J.J. Ryder, 13, the 5'11", 180-pound junior, averaged 27 yards per catch on 20 receptions. He caught 5 scoring passes. J.J. Ryder, a two-way starter, shown here on defense. Tight end Matt Lowe is first team All-MRL. The 6'5", 280-pound Matt Lowe caught 7 touchdown passes his senior season and gives the Diamondbacks 6 first-team All-MRL selections. 6 of the Diamondbacks named All-League are underclassmen. When it comes to underclassmen receiving All-League recognition, that honored role is led by Apple Valley, with 10 underclassmen among the 15 Sun Devils named to the 60-member All-League squad. Coach Matt Rohrbois' All-MRL first-team selections led by quarterback Jaden Max Denigal. The 6'4", 210-pound J. Max Denigal threw for 2,260 yards and 34 touchdowns in his sophomore season, thriving on the luxury of having a handful of highly skilled receivers. College recruiters have tracked the progress of J. Max Denigal, who has already received scholarship offers from the University of Georgia, Colorado, Utah, and Auburn. Leading beneficiary of J. Max Denigal passes, the equally sensational Tyron Smith, on the receiving end of exactly half of Denigal's 34 TD tosses. 9 of Tyron Smith's 17 touchdown passes against MRL opponents. A YAC master, yards after catch, Tyron Smith averaged 20 yards per catch. The 6'1", 180-pound junior was a first-team All-MRL selection his sophomore season. Another Sun Devils receiver named first-team All-MRL is another return selection, the leader of the Sun Devils' Justice League defense, as well as a top receiver, Jeremy Justice II. The 6'3", 190-pound two-way starter and team co-captain, another pass catcher very tough to bring down or run down. He averaged 27 yards per catch, converting 4 receptions into touchdowns. Senior running back Kenyard Edwards Jr. led the entire High Desert in scoring and rushing yardage, and is first-team All-MRL, 1,507 yards rushing among his 1,760 all-purpose yards. Kenyard Edwards Jr. scored 120 points on 16 rushing touchdowns, 2 TD pass receptions, 6 two-point conversions, and this 91-yard kickoff return. One Sun Devil offensive lineman is named first-team All-MRL, Derek Cox, 66, the 6'1", 240-pound senior. Oak Hills, like Apple Valley, has 5 first-team All-Leaguers on offense. Linemen Nafoafina Tulifono, 77, and Chris Torres, 76, are repeat selections. Nafoafia Tulifono, in fact, 3 times first-team All-MRL for the 6'2", 311-pound guard. Chris Torres, 6'3", 304, also named All-League on defense, second team. This Bulldogs blocking tandem opens holes for Chase Blue, 9, the 5'11", 195-pound first-team All-MRL running back. Chase Blue shown scoring here from 31 yards out against Apple Valley. Chase Blue, one of a trio of Bulldogs underclassmen named first team on offense. A leading kick return specialist, Chase Blue runs this punt back for a touchdown against Sultana. Another underclassman All-MRL first team selection, quarterback Latavian Lipscomb. This 60-yard sprint to the end zone, his 8th touchdown of the season up to this point. The Bulldogs battle at Apple Valley. The 5'11", 155-pound junior, capable of breaking a big run on any snap of the ball. This 79-yard touchdown on the first play of the second half against Sultana. Latavian Lipscomb, a bona fide Bulldogs dual threat, keeping and running the ball or passing. This touchdown pass to fellow All-MRL first-team selection, Benjamin Norvell. Latavian Lipscomb is also named to the All-League team on defense, a second-team selection, his versatility earning him first-team recognition at utility. Wide receiver Benjamin Norvell is first-team All-MRL on offense, another talented two-way starter for Coach Robert Kistner's Dogs. At 5'8", 150, Benjamin Norvell averaged 15 yards per catch. Hesperia running back Samari Jones-Griffin is first-team All-MRL, a second year in a row. The 5'10", 175-pound Samari Jones-Griffin carried for 1,300 yards, scoring 14 of his team's 22 touchdowns on the year. Jalen Gaston, 51, is also first-team All-MRL. Valu Quality Truck Bodies congratulates these top-quality, all Mojave River League selections. Valu Welding and Fabrication manufactures state-of-the-art truck bodies for the construction industry nationwide. Silverado Hawk Player of the Year Devin Gandy, Adelanto Saints Angel Ochoa and Marshawn Buchanan, and Barstow Aztec Daniel Gonzalez repeat selections as first team All Desert Sky League on offense. Player of the Year Devin Gandy ran, passed, punted, and caught passes for the Hawks. 1,754 total yards offense his senior year. Devin Gandy accumulated 3,700 all-purpose yards in his 3 seasons. He was first team All DSL on both offense and defense in 2018. As great as his stats were, his leadership of equal importance.
My role for this team is to uplift everybody, bring good spirits, set an example for the young. It's my last year, so it's the best I could do.
Devin Gandy is listed at 6 foot 150. His 15 touchdowns in 2019 include 11 as a receiver and kickoff and punt returns for touchdowns. Devin Gandy's selection as Offensive Player of the Year marks the 4th season in a row a Silverado Hawk earns that distinction. It was Nick Reed-Casey in 2018, Levi Taylor in 2016 and 2017. Adelanto's talented tandem, quarterback Angel Ochoa and running back Marshawn Buchanan, are first-team All-DSL, and both were first-team selections in their 2018 junior seasons. The 5'11", 180-pound Marshawn Buchanan led the DSL champion Saints in rushing and scoring, his 17 touchdowns, 15 rushing, and 2 receiving. These comments following the Saints' CIF playoffs victory over Moreno Valley.
I like our intensity. Our defense came out and capitalized. Our offense played as a team. Quarterback made throws, lineman blocked, and we just came out here and got the dub.
Marshawn Buchanan set the Saints
Yes, sir.
school record for touchdowns, 34. He will play next, a Cougar at Washington State. Angel Ochoa, like Marshawn Buchanan, was first-team All-CIF a year ago. Angel Ochoa, now twice first-team All-DSL quarterback. The 5'11", 188-pound signal caller led all high desert quarterbacks with 2,637 passing yards. He led the Saints to their first DSL football title and deep into the CIF playoffs. He describes the plan of attack against playoff opponent Moreno Valley.
The plan of attack tonight was just to put the ball in the air, and then when we had to, put it on the ground, and then we just executed what we had to do.
Angel Ochoa's most memorable pass, this completion for a CIF record 99-yard touchdown to Josh Lorick, who is first-team All-DSL at wide receiver. Josh Lorick, a 5'11", 162-pound junior, 4 touchdown passes. He averaged 26 yards per reception. Atalanto's leading receiver on the year, Omar McCulloch, first team All-DSL. The 6'2", 150-pound senior, 10 TD passes, 760 receiving yards, second only to Devin Gandy among DSL receivers. Saints left tackle Kevin Hoskins, 53, first team All-DSL. Kevin Hoskins, 6'4", 270, a senior. Kicker Gabriel Perez, also first team All-League.
I'm Angelo Guy, and I play running back and outside linebacker for Granite Hills.
Angelo Guy, repeat All-League selection, offense and defense, first team 2019.
Yeah, two-way starter. I got voted captain, so I got the most votes. There's 5 captains, but I got the most votes out of everybody, so I'm just going to go out there and play on the field like how I should.
Yeah, but that's responsibility. Does that give a greater degree of responsibility to you in a position of leadership,
makes me
or is
even,
that something that you welcome?
Right, it makes me even want to push harder and just play my heart out and have a
Absolutely.
good senior year.
1,035 all-purpose yards his senior season. Angelo Guy led the Cougars with 52 points scored. He was also the team's tackles leader on defense. Wide receiver Kason Smith, All-DSL first team. The 6'5", 190-pound junior caught 30 passes, 8 for touchdowns. Fellow junior Deshaun Miner, 21, first team tight end honors, 16 receptions, 3 for touchdowns for the 5'9", 185-pound Deshaun Miner. Watch 55, left guard Adam Espinoza blocking down here, the 5'11", 220-pound sophomore, first team All-DSL. Cougars coach Alex Gonzalez is Desert Sky League Coach of the Year. The 2019 Cougars went 5-5 on the year and finished 3rd in the DSL. Alex Gonzalez is also a repeat selection as Desert Sky League Coach of the Year. The Silverado Hawks have 2 other players named first team on offense, joining Player of the Year Devin Gandy. Running back Juwan Howard led the Hawks in rushing yardage in 2019 with 869 yards. The 5'6", 160-pound junior scored 11 rushing touchdowns. Offensive lineman Cody Plant is first team All-Desert Sky League. Cody Plant, 6 foot, 215, a senior. The Victor Valley Jackrabbits are represented on the All-DSL first team by lineman Art Ramirez, 50, the 6'2", 285-pound senior at left tackle on this play. The Barstow Aztecs repeat selection first team All-DSL is 77, Daniel Gonzalez, the 6'5", 305-pound senior, one of 2 Aztecs first team on offense and defense. The other, running back and linebacker Sean Illy, 9. The 5'11", 210-pound junior led his team in scoring with 6 touchdowns. 50, Anthony Lalu is first team, the 6 foot, 245-pound senior left guard. Jacob Shoemake gives the Aztecs 4 first-team selections. Jacob Shoemake named first-team All-DSL at utility. Adelanto defensive end Darius Gibson, 42, is the Desert Sky League Player of the Year on defense. The DSL champion Saints have 3 other players named first team. Defensive backs Hdsr Stokes, 1, and Robert Ramsey, 29, and linebacker Ricky Lee Medina, 8. Defensive Player of the Year, Darius Gibson, registered 17 tackles for a loss. He led the DSL champion Saints in solo tackles with 66. Darius Gibson, 6'2", 183, a senior, a pair of interceptions on the year, including this pick 6 against Granite Hills. Hdsr Stokes is a repeat selection, first team All-DSL on defense. Hdsr Stokes recorded 29 solo tackles among his total of 53. He also ran back kickoffs and punts. Robert Ramsey, 5'7", 140-pound senior, 28 solo tackles among his 54 total tackles. He returned an interception 55 yards for a touchdown against Hesperia. Linebacker Ricky Lee Medina was the Saints' team leader in total tackles with 97, 50 of those of the solo variety. The 6', 210-pound junior had 4 games with double-digit tackles, including the CIF playoff game against Moreno Valley, and even dozen in that postseason victory. Kicker Gabriel Perez is first team All-DSL, and since they list the kicker among defensive players, that gives the Saints 5 first-team selections. Gabriel Perez, a junior, was 49 of 56 in kicking extra points. Adelanto has 4 players named second team All-DSL. Senior defensive end Joaquin Banks, 22, linebacker Brandon Jones, 2, a junior, and fellow juniors Steve Wilson, 50, and Joseph Tenna, 21. DSL runner-up Silverado has 3 first-team All-DSL players on defense led by Kaysen Brooks, 5, who was first-team All-DSL a year ago. The 2-time All-DSL defensive lineman led the Hawks with 75 tackles, 21 of them tackles for a loss. The 6', 225-pound Kaysen Brooks dropped opposing quarterbacks for a loss 10 times, leading the Hawks in sacks the second straight season. Fellow defensive lineman Keleopasi Katoa, 52, is first team All-DSL. The 6', 250-pound junior recorded 19 solo tackles, averaging 5 tackles a game. Jason Crawley, 6, is first team All-League from his inside linebacker position. The 6'1", 220-pound sophomore recorded 41 tackles and 3 interceptions. Senior linebacker Jeremiah Johnson, 26, and fellow linebacker Siyosi Moala, 28, a junior, are Hawks named second team on defense. Granite Hills linebacker Angela Guy, 2, is the only DSL 2-time selection on defense who is also first-team All-League on offense. This slicing tackle saves a touchdown against Adelanto, 20 solo tackles on the year for Angelo Guy. The 5'7", 156-pound senior was Granite Hills' leading ball carrier and scorer, durable, reliable. Again, Angelo Guy is a 2-way starter and first-team All-League on both offense and defense. Marquise Maps, 1, is also a repeat selection, first-team All-DSL at defensive back. Marquis Maps, a 5'11", 181-pound senior. Cougars lineman Jonathan Valencia, 52, is first-team All-DSL on defense. The 6', 203-pound senior, 15 solo tackles. Jonathan Valencia averaged 5 tackles a game. Cougars named second team on defense. Linebackers Elijah Vargas, 23, a senior, and Deshaun Miner, 21, a junior, and lineman Deshaun Navarro, 66, also a junior. Cougars coach Alex Gonzalez is Desert Sky League Coach of the Year. The 2019 Cougars went 5-5 on the year and finished third in the DSL. Alex Gonzalez is also a repeat selection as Desert Sky League Coach of the Year. The Barstow Aztecs place 4 players first team all DSL on defense. Outside linebacker Leolofi Chan Wong, 41, a 5'7", 185-pound sophomore. Leolofi Chan Wong led the Aztecs in tackles with 59, including 10 for a loss. Inside linebacker Sean Illy, 9, a 5'11", 210-pound junior, 47 tackles on the year. He is also first team all DSL on offense. Cornerback Joseph Hardy, 1, 6 foot 170, a senior, also a two-way starter, shown here, running the ball on a reverse. We also get a good look at 77 Daniel Gonzalez, first team defensive lineman, the 6'5", 305-pound senior, another Aztec, repeat selection. The 2019 Desert Sky League Defensive All-League Selections are presented by the Community Table Restaurant, located in the Holiday Inn in Victorville. Apple Valley linebacker Sam Jang is the Mojave River League Defensive Player of the Year. Jang's selection marks the third straight year one of Coach Matt Rohrbaugh's Sun Devils receives Defensive Player of the Year honors. Jesse Griggs last year, Seth Baker in 2017. Strong safety Seth Baker 3 times first team All-MRL. Sam Jang, 11, led all Mojave River League defenders in tackles. The 6'1", 205-pound middle linebacker averaged 10 tackles a game. His 119 tackles include a season-high 19 against Granite Hills and 15 in the must-win victory over Oak Hills. These comments followed that 42-21 win.
It's a hard-hitting game. What did you like best about the way the game played?
Just the way that we played. You know, we played as a unit, played as a team, played as brothers. We came into this game, you know, just thinking about just getting this dub, just beating them, you know. But yeah, all love out here, you know.
As is the case with most all-leaguers, Sam Jang is versatile and multi-talented. At tight end, this touchdown reception from J. Max Denegal. Sam Jang was first team All-MRL his junior year as well. 4 other defensive first team selections are also repeat choices, including Sun Devils teammates Ryan Webster, Tyron Smith, and Jeremy Justice, and Serrano's number 57 senior lineman Eddie Ponce. Coach Casey Mahalchek's Mojave River League champion Diamondbacks lead first-team all-league selections overall with 11, 5 on defense, led by team tackles leader Michael Thacker, 56. The 6'3", 220-pound senior led the league in solo tackles with 49, a season-high 7 of those solo tackles in the CIF semifinals game at Burbank. Linebacker Earl Hudson, 4, led the MRL champions in tackles for a loss with 8. The 6'1", 200-pound senior registered 38 solo tackles. Earl Hudson always seemed to come up biggest when it was goal line stand time in the red zone. Listed on the program as a strong safety, Earl Hudson is named first team All-MRL at linebacker. Most strong safeties are linebackers, in fact, depending on the team's defensive alignment in any given down and distance situation. Big John Smolinski, 58, is first team All-MRL. The 6'5", 235-pound lineman and two-way starter registered 64 tackles, among them 3 sacks, tying him with Michael Thacker for the team lead in sacking opposing quarterbacks. A true impact player on defense for the Diamondbacks, Nate Sandoval, another two-way starter. He is first team at defensive back. The 5'6", 150-pound senior, Nate Sandoval, had 4 interceptions on the year, 3 against Mojave River League opponents. Eddie Ponce is Serrano's lone repeat selection as first-team All-MRL. The 5'10", 210-pound senior helped anchor a Diamondback defense that limited 3 Mojave River League opponents, including Apple Valley, to a single touchdown. Apple Valley, like Serrano, 5 first-team selections on defense, 1 a repeat selection who was one of 2 underclassmen a year ago named first team on both defense and offense, Ryan Webster, the 6'3", 235-pound defensive end, number 17, as dominant his senior year as in 2018. Of 7 solo tackles, 6 for a loss, 32 tackles on the year, his single game high in league play, 5 coming in the title game showdown against Serrano. Ryan Webster again named to the all-league team on both defense and offense at tight end, a second-team selection. The 3 other Sun Devils joining Ryan Webster and Sam Jang at first team on defense, all juniors. Number 47 is linebacker Jacob Soria. At 6', 195, Jacob Soria is among the Sun Devils that comes up with big plays time and time again, picking up a punt, running it in for a touchdown. He was 7th in the league in total tackles with 69, 20 of the solo variety, 9 tackles for a loss. Jacob Soria also added 2 interceptions to his resume to go with the touchdown pass he caught from the tight end position. The 2 other Sun Devils first team on defense shared the league lead in interceptions with 4. Marquise Cato, number 7, another big play, impact player, 20 solo tackles, add a blocked punt to versatility testimonial. If called upon on offense, he will come through. A pair of touchdown passes, including this backbreaker against Adelanto. Marquise Cato, a 5'9" and 160-pound junior, he caught a pair of touchdown passes as a wide receiver. Dominique Solis, 20, is first team All-MRL as a junior. At 6'3" and 160, 23 solo tackles from his cornerback position, in addition to the 4 interceptions. His tight pass coverage contributing in large part to the 5 shutouts the Sun Devils posted among their 9 victories in 11 games. Oak Hill's 265-pound defensive tackle Cyrus Fidavali, number 50, earns first-team All-Mojave River League honors. Cyrus Fidavali's stat sheet reveals 12 solo tackles for Coach Robert Kistner's Bulldogs. Oak Hill's Raymond Iglesias, 22, is the lone sophomore, named first-team All-Mojave River League on defense, at least the only every-down defensive player. The 6', 202-pound linebacker led the Bulldogs in tackles, his season-high 13 coming in the Oak Hills win over Sultana. Hesperia defensive back Luis Torres, 13, led his team in tackles with 71, 30 of them solo tackles. The 5'11", 150-pound Luis Torres had 3 interceptions for Coach Casey Goodnose Scorpion his senior season. Hesperia's Anthony Gabriel Tumaualuga, number 55, is first team All-MRL on defense. The 5'11 junior, 18 solo tackles and 6.5 sacks to his credit his junior season. The All-League punter is Scorpions sophomore Eric Crutchfield. Place kicker Cody Hill is a junior and Sultana's lone first-team representative on the All-League team. Down Home Grill serves up the 2019 Mojave River League action highlights of the All-MRL first-team defensive selections. Down Home Grill serves delicious burgers from organic grass-fed beef, the best organic eggs breakfasts. Down Home Grill, located at the corner of Delicious and Nutritious, Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Drive in Victorville. High Desert Sports report the best of 2019. Video Sports Greatest Hits, High School Football's best of the teams of the last year of the 20-teens decade. Your High Desert Sports Report is brought to you by Down Home Grill in Victorville on the corner of Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Drive. Bid fast and last, sold on supporting High Desert Sports. Midway Home Solutions in Victorville, providing highest quality home appliances at discount prices for 6 decades. Valu Quality Truck Body, family owned and operated since 1954. Valu manufactures state-of-the-art truck bodies for the construction industry nationwide. And by the Community Table Restaurant in the Holiday Inn in Victorville, supporting High Desert teams, athletes, and sports programs.